Hey Hogs, this is our blocking video for this week against Two Rivers. Two Rivers is a 4-4, so they have four down linemen, four linebackers, two inside, two outside. Typically, they play 2-2 techniques and 2-5 techniques. These guys are really big, like over 300 pounds. Their defensive ends are smaller, but the two interior guys, the guys that they roll in there, they're all probably 300, 350. Um, they don't move very fast, but they are a lot to move. So a lot of truck and jet, most likely this week. So I will still talk about all of our run plays though, and our pass protection, and talk about some of the stunts that they like to run, so we can be prepared for this week. First play we'll talk about is trap. We will trap a two or wider. So we would say the number of the two technique. Um, Here, our guard will go to FBI. Tackle will rip to FBI. H, you'll try to log this N to the outside. Okay. Y, you would punch touchdown block. Okay, if you're on the backside, you would also be going to touchdown block. On the backside here, we block back on the two, kick out the two technique. That's a tight one, be really, really tight. Okay, and we'd wheel and seal on the backside. This is a week where we can make a cat call where the tackle would step down and help with the two technique and then would turn out and help block the five. So that's trap. Wham would be the same thing. Okay. So if we ran wham to the left, FBI, FBI, lock down. Here we would have a double. This would be a cage double team to that linebacker as well. Here we would just block back. And our H would come and kick out. Oops, sorry. Would come and kick out the two technique, just like that. Okay. Power, counter. Say if we're running counter to the left here, we kick out a five or a wider if there's no tight end on the line of scrimmage. So 5-5-5. Our rule is gap on double. So we are doubling. This is a tag double team to the FBI, who is this backside linebacker here. We block down, kick out the end, lead up and through the hole for the play side linebacker. Here, we log that guy or log him inside. Here, we'll work up to that touchdown block. Okay, if we ran power to the right, let's say if there was a tight end on the line of scrimmage here. Okay, just like this, he would stay a five technique. They play a five technique. Now I've seen it sometimes where this guy has been off. Okay, let's just put our Z out here. I've seen it where this linebacker has been off. So if he was off, this would be a Ted double team. The first backer inside. Okay. Or since this guy's bigger, we'll probably want to do a tag double team to the FBI down on the five. Go kick out this linebacker that's out here. Lead up and through the hole for power. Here we would have a cat call. Okay. To help with that too. And then we'd work back. Okay. And then we would have everyone blocked up. Or it could be, and I don't like this one as much because these guys are really big. It could be a Ted double team to first backer inside, a base block, a cat double team, lead up and through the hole, kick out. Okay. I don't like this one as much because this guy's a lot bigger than their ends. Okay. So a tag double team will probably be better because our Y can just down block this end. Who's they're smaller. They're nothing special. So the only difference is that this linebacker has been on, then it's just a more immediate kick out block for the H, if that's the case. Okay. Be like that. So that's power counter. Let's talk about G. Okay, this would be a down block. This would be a down block, kick out, down block, lead up and through the hole, wheel and seal. The H arc blocks to the safety if he's on the play side. Okay. So that would be G, be down block. This tackle has to down block the two technique because the play side guard is pulling. Center has to down block. This could be also a cat call. And the backside guard leads up and through the hole. Okay. So that's G. Now let's say if we line up in bull, H is over here. It's the same thing. Okay. Down block, pull kick out, down block, lead up and through the hole, cat call, wheel and seal the backside, wheel and seal the backside. Um, let's go back to bunch. Now let's say we're running truck. Okay. You know, it really could change up how they line up to this. They could do something where they completely bump over here. They bump an extra guy over. I hope they do this because then we'll run jet back this way. But my guess is that they'll probably stay kind of like this, maybe roll the safety over. Okay. But for this one, Y will block down on the 5. This linebacker's probably not going to be so wide. He'll probably be about right here or backed up. Our Z will block down on him. H goes to the corner. Tackle pulls around. Guard blocks the 2. Center takes off for the linebacker, play side to backside. Scoop here. Tackle takes off for the backside. Linebacker there. Okay. And that's truck. Okay, I'll draw it again just to make sure. So down on the 5, down on that linebacker who's will be lined up here. Pull up and through. H kicks out the corner. Scoop the 2 or 3, whatever he might be, 3 or 2. Play side backer. Scoop the 2. Go to the backside backer. There you go. Okay, jet to the left. Our X will down block the 5. Our tackle will pull. A back will go block the corner. Scoop the 2. Play side linebacker. Scoop the 2. Backside linebacker. Okay. And then working for cutoff blocks. Just finding someone to block. Okay. Once again, that'll be a good play, especially if they move all their linebackers over. Okay. Remember boots like G, but for boot, we're gonna get out here and try to log. Um, you're gonna be logging the 5 technique because the tackle is gonna be blocking down. So for boot, our guard is gonna log the end. Okay. Block down, get out here to the tackle, then look inside. Okay, you might have to look for this linebacker who is coming off the edge as you're getting out here. But the guard will log the 5. You're coming out looking for the linebacker if he comes. If not, then you look back and pick up garbage on boot. Okay, on pass, you kick out the 5. Okay. Um, so it's G, that's boot and pass. And then pass protection. Man on, man away. Guard blocks the 2, tackle blocks the 5, 2, 5, center stays square. Use the base of the cup looking for any of these guys slanting in. Okay. Now they do run stunts. They'll bring this linebacker here off the edge. Tackle if you have a linebacker on the edge and an end out here. If they're both on, make a fan call. You'll go to the linebacker. Guard will work out. Center will work to that side. And then we'll just be manned up back here. Okay. If they bring I really haven't seen it where they bring one of these linebackers up on the line of scrimmage, the inside. If they do, though, once again, we can make a fan call to that side, and then we do the same thing. We would just block here, here, here. Okay. Um, sorry, and that would be if this linebacker was off. Okay, then we would just block it this way. Or if if this linebacker was out here in the B gap, because we're thinking that tackle is going to slant in, linebacker will be here and will be here. Okay. So that would also be a fan call. But now if both guys were walked up like this, okay, or something like this, then that would be an off call. We would just block the inside guy, and then the A back would go block the outside. Okay. They do run a twist on the inside. They like to do this a lot, actually. They run this twist a lot where they'll send one nose guard across, and then they'll send the other two technique to the other side. So the way that we defend this, if we're doing our 50s, 90s pass protection, if your guy slants inside, you need to crowd surf him. You need to pass him off to the center and then expect a looper coming back around. You hand him off and then you're waiting for a looper to come back around and you pick him up. Okay? Same thing here as this guard. If you see this guard loop away, step down hard inside and because expect something coming from that direction. So wherever he goes, expect someone else coming from that direction. Center, this is why it's important that you stay nice and square. Because if one crosses your face, you need to punch it and hand it off. And then if you get two in the A gap, then you need to do a double stop sign and make sure you stay totally square and close down these A gaps. Okay, you can't just go commit to one because you're going to open up the other A gap for the other twister. Okay, so center has to stay nice and square. You need to pass off the guy on your side and expect the other guy coming back around. Okay. That's the most important thing with this twist. And they do run it a lot. They do that a lot. Um, no, I really haven't seen it where they have a guy on the line of scrimmage here and they do the twist. I really haven't seen that. I've seen it where they blitz a linebacker late. And remember, if they blitz a linebacker late, that is the A-back's responsibility. Okay. So if they do this twist and another linebacker comes late, that's the A-back's job to pick that up. Okay. Um, but I mean, I think that's pretty much it. It's kind of hard to tell because these guys honestly are just so massive. If they're in two twos or a one and a three, I do think I've seen them in a one and a three a couple times, which it really doesn't change up a lot of things too much. You know, if we trap to the right here, we would trap the three. Okay, just like that. It really doesn't change a whole lot. You know, if we ran power or counter this way, you know, we would have a tag to the backside backer if there's a three technique on that side. You know, if we ran truck, this is a harder block for our guard, having to try to scoop this three, get to his outside number. But once again, these guys are so big that they don't move very well. So I think we'll be able to get that done. I don't think he'll be a huge threat for us running truck out here. So one and three doesn't make that big of a difference. If we ran trap to the 1-5 side, then obviously we're trapping the 5. Okay, and we kick out the 5 technique. The guard would be down. Okay, the center can either he can make a cat call to help block this backside 3 technique, or he could just be up to the linebacker if our backside tackle could get that job done. Okay, so that's pretty much everything for this week. Make sure you know it, understand it, ask questions if you don't.